Now, how to launch it effectively?
It's just a message that we send to hundreds of people and they do not even read that. So that is the
Hi,
lowest.
Kashish. Thank you for joining in for the podcast.
Hi, Samiksha. Thank you for having me here. It's so great to collaborate with you.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want you to introduce yourself to my audience, like what you do, how has been your journey till now, and all that.
So I have been working as a full-time freelancer since 5 to 6 months now, and it's been a great experience. I have worked in corporate also, but it did not satisfy me to the level freelancing does. So I think freelancing was my thing, and I explored it through trying different options. And I'm very happy doing freelancing right now. And I've worked with many clients. Since past few months, and it's been overall a great experience.
What services do you offer?
I offer primarily digital marketing services to e-commerce businesses and mainly beauty and fashion brands in India and internationally. I In digital marketing, I specifically offer Facebook ads and Google ads, and I also have designed some websites like some Shopify stores for e-commerce brands.
Oh, that's amazing. So, now we will start from the basic level. What
Okay.
is digital marketing and what is e commerce?
Okay, to answer your question, digital marketing in simple language is something we do online. There is a lot of detail in digital marketing. It is not something that I can explain to you briefly. It has many parts under it, but to understand it on a basic level, digital marketing is something we do to promote our brand to the audience we want. We want our products to be seen by them. For example, we can say Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, and branding, social media, WhatsApp marketing, everything comes under digital marketing. So it's the ways a brand promotes itself and sends the message it wants to promote to their specific audience.
Like, it is not just only ads,
Yeah,
it's about all social media presence and all that thing.
everything. As I said, social media and paid ads and SEO, everything comes under digital marketing.
I get that. Now, what is e commerce? Simplify it for the beginners.
E-commerce is basically having a online store for your business, like we have shops and stores offline, and we go and purchase there. It's very similar to that. Just we don't have a one-on-one experience like we have offline. We have a online store set up for our customer. They'll come on our website or maybe mobile application, you can say, and they'll interact with the content we have it there, the products we have there. We have to be so specific in providing them information so that they just get it in a click that this website provides that value for me. Like it has to be easy for customers to understand because no one is there to explain to them like we have in offline stores. So having an online store is e-commerce and operating it, and also there comes many elements to it like marketing, SEO, then everything comes under e-commerce to build and scale it up.
Okay, I get that. So now tell me about like how a newbie can set up e-commerce business using using the free websites available, using the free resources available on internet. What are the resources they can use and how they can make an e-commerce website?
Okay, the easiest way to design an e-commerce store is Shopify, and one more platform that has come up right now is Dukan, if you have heard of it by any chance. So it is similar to Shopify. So anyone can use the built-in themes in Shopify and Dukan platform. They charge a basic fee for first months of joining. Like first 3 months are a very minimal fees that Shopify charges. And after that, like in the first 3 months, you have set up your store, everything you have understood on the platform. Then they charge around the basic package is around 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per month. So you can easily design a good website on Shopify, which is actually very good for e-commerce companies. They prefer Shopify as the first platform for their business.
I get that. Okay. So Shopify पे आप website design कर सकते हो.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you can design your website on Shopify. Now what about products and like getting the raw material, or if you are if you are a manufacturing business, or if you are just a like trading business, now from where to outsource the products and how you can deliver it, how to ensure that in your e-commerce business.
Okay, so basically outsource करने के लिए you can use in India Mart. You get many manufacturers and wholesalers and every detail. Like if you are operating in India, then India Mart is very useful. And if you are operating internationally, then you can use similar tools like Alibaba and others to
Hmm.
find the products that are actually running good in market. And then you can outsource the product from there and then list it on Shopify on your own store. And then the delivery part can be uh, handled by ShipRocket, or maybe you can connect directly with a particular shipping brand like Blue Dart or Delivery. Or ShipRocket is very preferred. ShipRocket is actually preferred by initial small brands because it provides very competitive rates for shipping. And if you directly contact with Blue Dart or specific brands, they will charge a bit more than that. So it is economical to use ShipRocket, and it also provides a fantastic support system.
Oh, that's amazing. So, any advice you want to give to newbies who are starting e-commerce too? Any advice, any tip that will help them excel?
Okay. Um, I think for a basic thing that usually people forget to follow is market research. I have seen people just going on Shopify and creating their store and creating campaigns on Facebook and Google Ads without understanding the market, without understanding who are their competitors, how are they performing, and without understanding the need of customer. And that which is the very common reason why businesses are failing right now. You
Yep.
might have heard that people usually say Facebook ads is not working for me, or I started e-commerce but it is very competitive and I could not perform well. The market is very cluttered. These are very common things that we hear of. So it is not that e-commerce does not perform, it is the mistakes that you are making, and you are not accepting that you need to change your process somewhere. So that is the tip from me, that do extensive market research before starting anything.
Before launching your product, you need to do a
Yeah,
perfect market research, how the market functions, what are the basic components for the price they are able to pay, like all that thing.
yeah.
So
You need to
now,
understand your customers and the
hmm,
competition both.
I get that. I totally get that. I read in book 13, not 13 steps. I read in book Before You Start Up by
Mhm.
Pankaj Goyal that most
Okay.
of the startups fail at the time of launching their product. And this is also a business, e-commerce business. Now, how to launch it effectively? Like how to launch it effectively, how to market for it so that you set up
Mhm.
an amazing or a proper profitable e-commerce business.
So, as I discussed earlier, launch before launching anything in the market, like before even creating your store, you have to do firstly extensive market research about your product, if it is actually existing in market, and if it does, how is it performing right now, who is your competition, what does your customer need, and who is your customer, like identifying the buyer persona. Like you have to create a list of things like who is your customer, where do they reside, what is their behavior, and everything comes under buyer persona. So you have to identify that and market the products accordingly. Like for example, I'm promoting a product that is exclusively for the youngsters, like the Gen Z, the generation we call that. So it has to be marketed more on Instagram because they are highly active on Instagram through reels and stories. So you have to understand where is your customer most active on and how do they interact, like what is the content that grabs their attention the most. So you can use that to market your products.
I get that. I get that. Now coming on to like you mentioned, you need to do a proper marketing and proper like you need to create awareness about it and on the various platforms on which that target audience is present. You need
Yeah.
to identify your target audience and then need to target them. I get that. I was just summarizing it also. Now, how to uh, create awareness? You can't just run ads whole day long. You can't just only create ads. Or if you are creating ads, how to create an effective marketing campaign? Like what element
Mhm.
should be there? Main things about marketing that catches the attention of the target audience.
Okay, I agree with your point that we cannot run ads and spend money every time to gain customers or gain traffic on your website. We have to be focusing on organic for long term. So it is very essential for every business. And I have seen that, and it is very practical that even small businesses that have started, they do not have so much money to spend on marketing.
Yeah,
So there are two things that can be done. Firstly, create your own content for your specific audience. Like
hmm,
you can create such content that grabs their attention like in just a click, because the time span we have, the attention time span we have right now is maybe of some microseconds. We just
yeah,
scroll through reels like this and we skip it. So it is no point creating the content which is skippable. You the audience has to stop and see your whole video. So creating your valuable content is the first step that you can do without spending much money. And the second thing, also I would like to add something to the first point. You have to provide a lot of value through your content. You just don't have to sell your product. No one will even look for a second on your video if you are trying to directly sell your product to them. You have to first provide value and then automatically buy from you if they genuinely trust you over time. So that is
yeah,
the first thing you have. And second thing that a small business can do is barter collaborations on Instagram to spread awareness without actually spending on marketing. It is indirectly spending on marketing because you have to provide your products to them so that they can create content for you. But that is actually pretty fine because you have to do this much for marketing.
yeah,
If you have to showcase your product, you have to promote them through by creating content through influencers because they have a set of audience that is active in their niche. So it
yeah.
is very direct marketing that you can do without spending money. So I think these two things can be done by every business in the start also and also in the long run.
I get that. So now coming to different topic, a little bit break I'm taking from the
Okay.
digital marketing thing. How do you get clients for your freelancing business?
Okay. As all freelancers are confused in start, I was too. I was pretty confused, like, how should I get clients? How should I approach them? Where to find them? Like, I had all the confusions that every freelancer does in the start. So I started by writing content on LinkedIn. That was the first thought I got. Chalo, I can do this. Let's start with this. Let's not just sit idle and start at some point. So, uh, to my surprise, I actually got inbound leads from my LinkedIn content, and I still do. So, maybe I'm lucky, or maybe I'm providing the value to my audience that I want to target. So, that is where I get maximum leads from till date also. Besides that, I since I am doing marketing for e-commerce brands, So I also approach them directly. Like if I found some founders or small businesses that I can help through my marketing, I can help them grow or I can provide them some sort of value, then I reach out to them personally. And I never used a like specific format. Like many freelancers use a like a message template to send it to hundreds of people.
Yep.
Like there's no change in that, there's no personalization in that. It's just a message that we send to hundreds of people and they do not even read that. So that is something I have not used. I actually personally connect with them and talk to them like a human. They should
Yeah.
not feel like they should not feel like एक bot मेरे को message कर रहा है, which is which she might have probably sent it to thousands of people like me.
Yeah.
So why would I be interested in even reading that? So
Yeah.
that is something I've done.
I get that. And also, cold emailing or cold DMing is also a skill. You can't send long paragraphs written by
Yeah,
ChatGPT. You need to be very specific. You need to have a proper CTA, proper hook, proper everything, proper
yeah, exactly.
portfolio, and proper sample work done if you are personalizing it. And also, this engaging thing worked for me also. I got my clients through this engaging part only. I was offering them free advice, and then suddenly they asked me to get on a call, and I just get on a call, and we just booked it. It was all
That is
like
it.
that. Engaging works amazing on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
So
that
now,
that does actually.
LinkedIn is the best platform to grow and build a genuine community. This is what I feel.
I think LinkedIn has been very great to me. Although you might seem like I have a small following, but I think the value I provide is like it is much better than the number of followers. I see
I
people,
agree.
I today see people with thousands of followers, but the content does not feel like it is connecting with me or is providing
Yep,
value. It is like repetitive content that I'm reading every day.
yep, I totally
So
agree.
I think the number of followers does not means that you will generate this number of leads every
Yep.
month.
You need to have that target audience in your
Yeah,
following list, like who are following you, who are seeing your content, and then they will be converted into clients.
I agree. I totally agree.
So now coming again back to our marketing thing. So like digital marketing also have strategies like normal marketing does. Like we need to like I'm recently reading the book 22 Laws of Marketing. I don't remember
Mhm.
the author name, and he was like you need to be first in the work you are doing, or if you are not first you need to create another category if you can. So what are the slow laws or like what are the strategies that you have figured out that always work in digital marketing?
I think there is no set answer to this question because it totally again depends on business to business and
Yeah,
industry to industry. There is no set strategy that is a guaranteed like it will guaranteed work for every business. So it changes from business to business. But what I have noticed by working with different clients is that a combination of things works for them much better than focusing on just a single thing. Like you cannot just create Instagram content or just focus on social media and expect your website to grow and expect your sales to boost in just a few months.
yeah,
And also I have seen that you cannot also just focus on paid marketing. Besides paid marketing, you also need to provide value to your audience. As I said earlier, you cannot just and sell your product. There should be some value behind it. So I think a combination of things works for a lot of brands I've worked with, and a single thing lacks you behind from the competition.
I get that. I totally get that. Like you need to have different strategies and different
Yeah.
things. So if talking about ads, the ads you run for getting leads to your website and for getting leads for your webinar and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So what are the components of ads, or what is a successful ad and what is a not successful ad? Like what differentiates both of them? The one that get leads and one that doesn't.
I think for me, the definition of successful ads is that it gets you what you expected it from. Like if I am running an ad to get a few number of leads for my webinar, so if I'm not getting in return, I'm not getting any leads in return from that campaign, then it is not a successful campaign for me because it did not accomplish my goal or objective that I had in my mind while creating it. For suppose I wanted to generate sales for my website. If I'm not, I'm just getting traffic and traffic, even if it's quality traffic. But my goal was to generate some sales out of it. And if I'm not getting it, then it is not a successful campaign, even if I'm getting quality traffic, because the goal was not accomplished. That is the definition of successful campaign for me.
Okay, I get that. And I read somewhere or I just watched in a video, like ads also have a funnel like thing. First, you are
Yeah.
using ads for raising awareness, and then you are just coming to the MOFU, that is middle of the funnel, and there you are targeting some other emotion, like helping them in some way, giving them a lead magnet, and then the BOFU part, in which they
Mhm.
are leading to your website or leading as your lead. So how this all works? First, what is at the first level, what is at the MOFU, what is at the BOFU, and how to target them. Tell me
Okay.
about that.
So I think there are two funnels that comes under marketing. First is the marketing funnel, and second is some funnel that is on your website because that is important too. So about marketing funnel, there are three stages. Like firstly, as you said, we create awareness about our brand or product. Like what are we about? What value do we